Hello guys, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back today again. If you're new here, my name is Kemi. Yes, I'm Kemi, and some people now call me Mommy Ayofe. Well, I'm Mommy Ayofe because my daughter's first name is Ayofe, so you can call me either Kemi or Mommy Ayofe. All right, so it's all good vibes here. Okay, you're gonna love it. Yeah, go and watch my previous videos. I'm sure if what you want is what I talk about today, you're gonna love it here. Okay, trust me, I said that. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know now, you people, my people, ẹ̀yin tèmi. If you don't understand Yoruba, because I was just speaking Yoruba right now, ẹ̀yin tèmi means my people. So my returning subscribers are my people. I love them so much. So thank you guys for always coming back, okay? And of course, as usual, you know what I say now. Don't forget to show me some love, of course, in this video. Subscribe if you're yet to. If you're watching without subscribing, what shall it profit you? Tell me, what shall it profit you? Okay, please subscribe, like, turn on post notifications and all of the good stuff. And very importantly also, I'd like you guys to go show me the same love you're showing me here across my other social media channels, Instagram, Facebook, and of course TikTok. Baby girl just joined TikTok, even though most of what I do there is dance, and then you know, I just love it. Okay, so please don't forget to show me love across my social media channels. It's gonna be in my description box. I'm also gonna put it up there. Okay, thank you so much. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about something very juicy. Yes, I call it juicy because it's here and there. So I'm talking about things I love and hate. No, I won't say hate, because they say hate is such a strong word. So I'm going to be talking about things I love and do not love about living in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Okay? So if you're someone who is thinking of leaving another province to come to Winnipeg, or you're even just starting this journey generally, maybe from your home country to Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, then you want to watch this video, okay? So I'm going to be talking about things I love and hate about living in Winnipeg. So let's get into the video.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do you.
So you're welcome back, guys. Now, in compiling this video, right, I made sure that I didn't just rely on my own opinions about living in Winnipeg. I spoke to two of my colleagues, yes, two of them, an Indian lady and a lady from Bangladesh. And, you know, I just wanted to get their opinion. Okay, so tell me things you love and do not love. Or in my words, I actually use things you love and things you hate about living in Winnipeg. And they actually gave me their own opinions also. And I've actually found out that some of those opinions they gave me were actually similar with what I also had in mind. So in this video, in this series, I call it series because it's going to be a two-part video. This is the first part where I'm going to be talking about things I love, and in the next part, you know, in the next video I'm going to be posting later, I'm going to be sharing with you things I hate about living in Winnipeg. I said hate again. Why? Things I do not love about living in Winnipeg. So let's get right into things I love about living in Winnipeg. But before that, let me tell you about Winnipeg. And I have my assistant here because it's not something I can say from my head. Yes. So I'm going to read to you about Winnipeg. Even though I know, yes, it's something you can easily check on Google yourself. But you know what? I'm still going to read it for you. Yes. So Winnipeg, as you already know, is the capital city of Manitoba, and is a major center for agriculture, financial manufacturing, transportation industries. And geographically, right, the city covers an area of 464.1 square kilometer, and has a population of 749,607. It has a beautiful landscape, that I agree. It's slower pace of living, which you're going to get to, and comfortable quality of life. That I'm already talking about the things I love, okay? And it's a, you know, good destination or good choice of destination to newcomers. As a matter of fact, it's Manitoba. Now I'm talking about the province, right? Manitoba has a record number of inviting newcomers, especially because of its provincial nominee program. So it has a record number of inviting the largest number of immigrants or of newcomers as it may be. So let's get into the reasons why I love Winnipeg. I'm going to be picking these reasons one after the other, and then we'll talk about the reasons. Okay, are you ready? All right. Now, The very first reason why I love Winnipeg is because it is a friendly space. It's a friendly city. Now, if you do not know, even Manitoba as a whole prides itself in being friendly Manitoba. So if you check the plate numbers of cars, you find they're friendly Manitoba. So generally, Winnipeg is a friendly city, right? It's a friendly community. And that brings me to the fact that there was a day I was at the bus stop, I was just walking by, and then, you know, I was at bus stop and I came in and I saw something there. Someone actually put something there, like, I think I'm going to put it there so you guys can see. I actually recorded this, right? And then it says that candy for someone if you need a free candy. And then forget about it being poisoned or something. It's just someone out of their own, you know, cheerfulness. What's the English now? Out of their own kind hearts that decided to put it there for someone who needs it. Also, speaking of friendliness, is I think I already mentioned it here before, my what's it called now? My caretaker's wife, you know, volunteering or choosing to drop iron and your in school every morning. So they are just friendly. They are naturally friendly, especially to newcomers. They love newcomers. They love new people in their community. Of course, apart from the fact that the country as a whole is trying to grow and improve its economic capability, right? But Winnipeggers, I think they are called Winnipeggers. Yes, they are actually called Winnipeggers. Winnipeggers generally are kind and friendly people. They're kind-hearted. You know, they smile. You're walking and someone just smiles at you. You're wondering, hello, why are you smiling at me? Right? Generally, they're just friendly people, okay? So if you're thinking of one reason to come to or to choose Winnipeg, or if you want to choose Winnipeg from the cities in Manitoba, then that's a good reason, because they're friendly to newcomers, which also explains some of the services that are available to also help newcomers to settle. So yes, they are friendly to newcomers. Another reason that I have here as to why I love Winnipeg is because it's a smaller community. Yes, it's a very smaller community that allows this you know, interrelationship. Especially you find this group of people, Nigerians, you can easily find people of similar cultures as you find Indians. You know, sometimes I'm walking by, I remember during summer there was a time I was going and I just found these Indians in the park, like a couple of them, maybe like 10-12 of them. They were having some sort of picnic and all of that. Just for example, also church community, you find Nigerians, like you find this smaller community. So you're someone that is new, you can easily integrate into your community. You can easily find people that are like you, right? So it's a smaller community. It helps you to, you know, find someone you know, or find someone that you can easily relate with, right? So that's why I call it smaller community. You have Nigerians, you have Indians, you have other countries. Don't tell me that's all I know. You have Nigerians, you have Indians and all of that. Yes, so you easily have, even not just Nigerians and Indians. There's also, I would also talk about someone who is also dark-skinned as I am. I'm not sure where he's, maybe it's Kenya or something like that. And then it just easily relates because we are both of the same skin tone, right? So there's a smaller community of people that find it easy for you to, that you can easily relate with and, you know, connect to. I hope you understand my point about it being a smaller community. Yes, so that if you're someone who loves to be part of a group, you can easily be part of maybe your church group, or you can find smaller community of Nigerians, especially when it's summer. You find picnics, people organize picnics, people go out together, maybe church groups, work groups and all of that. It's just a very friendly and cool place to live, okay? If you're someone who wants a place where there's no noise, where it's calm, and then you should come to Winnipeg, okay? Now, another reason why I love Winnipeg is that no one cares, no one judges you. Like, everyone minds their business. Yes, what I mean by this is that there's no competition. Yes, maybe that's the word I should use. There's no competition. Everyone stays in their lane. Now, this is what I mean by that. Now, I'm going to compare it compared to other provinces or compared to other spaces where there's a competition of, oh, I dressed, even workplaces. People go to, in summer, you find people going to workplaces in shorts, you know, everyone just dress as you are. No one cares maybe you're wearing $100 Prada, or nobody wears if you're driving the latest Porsche. Actually, nobody's looking at you. Everyone is just minding their own business, right? No one cares about maybe you're wearing the most expensive Gucci, or you're wearing the most expensive, is it Dolce and Gabbana? You know, whatever, the designers, the most expensive designers. Everyone minds their business. Is what, you know, is when you share that, oh, guess what, my glass costs. Nobody really cares. Nobody's looking at you. Dress. That's why at first, one of my opinions when I was coming is that, oh, you have to look, you have to dress. If you like, wear Crocs. Nobody cares. Nobody's looking at you. It's only you that you know have something to do. You'll be watching other people that, oh, look at what she's wearing. But really, the truth of the matter is that everyone minds their business. Everyone, you know, faces what they're meant to. No one cares about how you're dressed, or no one cares. Of course, how you're dressed is how you're dressed. So it's left to you to say, oh yes, I want to stand out, I want to look good and all of that. But the city on its own, there's no form of competition, or there's no form of out of the way judgment from people and all of that. Or someone say, oh, that one is black. Oh no, you know, yes, which also brings us to the fact that the racism is not, I would say that there's a very minimal level. I won't say there is none, because if we choose to accept the fact that it's gonna exist, of course, definitely, because skin are different. You know, there was a day my daughter was asking me, mommy, why am I not white, or why is my skin not white, you know? And then that's a whole lecture for another day. We have to go through this whole lecture of dark skin, how you're beautiful the way you are and all of that. But then the fact still remains that everyone still embraces you. They love you. There's no judgment when it comes to work and saying, oh, because you're dark skin, you won't be able to do the work as much as someone who is white skin and all of that. So all of that is not there. Everyone accepts you, accepted the way you are. Everyone, you know, just takes you. There's no form of judgment. I hope you get my point, right? So that's what I'm just driving at. The next point I want to talk about is that there's a good level of law and order in Winnipeg. Yes. Now, when I talk about law and order, there are specific things I'm referring to, like traffic regulations, traffic rules and regulations, what you should do and what you should not do. Nobody is holding you by the leg and saying, oh, you know, you should do this, right? You know, you should do that, right? And then I love the fact that pedestrians are king here. I think this should be one of my culture shock. Pedestrians are king. Once they see pedestrians coming on, right, I believe this should even apply to other provinces, right? Or to other cities. When they see pedestrians coming, they're like, go, 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 go. I remember where I came from. Now they will praise you. Can't you see you're on the road? This one, no. But I'm sorry, guys, I'm shouting. I'm just saying it, you know, with how much I see it and how interesting it is to me, right? I love the fact that when they see pedestrians coming, they're like, you go, you have the right of way. You know, everyone knows what to do. No one is trying to, when they know when it's time for you to stop at traffic light, you're stopping. There's just this very sane, it's sane, right? It's a very sane city. There's law and order. Everyone follows the rules and regulations. No one is really flouting the rules and regulations and all of that. There's just this law and order that everyone is allowed to, that everyone abides by, and I love it by that. You know, coming from a city that is so, like, you find it really hard to keep, like, if you're someone who likes to say, oh no, you have very high moral standards, and then you have everyone who is going the other way. I hope you get my point. So you find it really easy to abide by your own moral standards. It helps you to maintain very high standard of morality, because everyone generally is being law abiding. So you don't have a choice but not to be law abiding. And if you're someone who has been not been law abiding where you're coming from, you get here and then you begin to straighten yourself out, because you just have to do it. It's part of it. It's part of the city. And I love that for that. Okay, no one is flouting rules and regulations, especially in this area. Yes, it's a good place. I like it. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, I think this should have been the first thing I should talk about, is the affordability and cost of living. Now, guys, let me tell you, compared to other provinces or compared to cities in other provinces, Winnipeg has a very reasonable cost of living. In subsequent videos to come, I'm going to be talking about my expenses, right? Monthly expenses in Winnipeg, Manitoba. So if you're going to buy a house, let me use a house for example. If you're going to buy a house in Winnipeg, you can still find a house of like 400, 450, 600, you know, depending on your taste. I say taste, or your taste. But by the time you start to go to BC or you go to Toronto, you know, all those places, you're going to be looking for maybe 900 up to $1 million in buying a houses, even apartments. Renting an apartment here is a lot more easier than, you know, I even asked my colleagues and then they agreed with me. So she gave me a scenario of one of our uncles who had 2 houses in Winnipeg, right? He had 2 houses in Winnipeg. He was living in one, he rent one house. By the time he was going to go to BC, he had to sell the 2 houses to have one house in BC. That's Vancouver, right? So the cost of living here is really is you know, very reasonable, and it's very convenient for newcomers or people who are leaving their country for the first time to settle here, and then maybe they've made enough money, then they can choose to move to other provinces. But this is a good start. This is a good place to start, or to start your life, right? I hope you get my points. Another thing I love about Winnipeg is the culture and diversity. Guys, there's a little bit of everyone here. You will find, I can't mention all of them, you will find a little bit of everyone. Filipinos, Kenyans, Ghanaians, Nigerians, Indians, Chinese, Japanese, name it. You will find a little bit of everyone here. And guess what? Those people you find here, they didn't leave their culture back in their country. You also find their culture here. That's why you find Indian cuisines, you know, South Asian cuisine, all sort of cuisines. Like, you have restaurants. So the culture and the diversity is also here. You have the, you know, there's actually a lot you need to know about Winnipeg. Winnipeg is a really good place. And I also recently learned about the Canadian mint. Did you know that the Canadian currencies are printed in Canada? And there's a very big mint here in Winnipeg. It's one place I would like to go, and I'm going to go pretty soon. And they also have the currencies of every country in the world there, right? Winnipeg is a very sweet place. They also have this folk festival. There's a folklorama, which I'm going to be going this summer. It's culture, or every country showcasing their culture, right? So that's something I'm definitely going to go. There's a lot of diversity events that goes on, right? Culture and diversity is not left back, even though it's a Western world, right? There's still culture. Doesn't allow you to forget. You don't forget where you're coming from, right? Because you still get to speak your language. You still get to speak, you know, practice your culture. You still get to, like, I remember there was a day I was going, I think I was going somewhere, it was still in summer, and then I found this group of people in open space. So open space, they put up a tent, and then they were practicing their religion right there and there in open space. No one is holding them like, no, you can't use this space, right? Everyone is allowed to practice their culture, and there's a little bit of their culture everywhere. In workplaces, you go to workplaces and you find different people. Like, you are in an office and you have 12 people from 12 different places in the same space. It also helps you to learn about other people's culture, and then you also learn more. For example, for me now, since I got here, because I work with other people that are not from my own culture, I've learned a couple of things that they will normally do. I've learned their practices. It also, you know, helps your own, increases your knowledge, okay? Increases your, what you know about other people. I hope you're getting my point. I hope you guys understand. I hope you guys agree with me that those are things to love about Winnipeg. If you're in Winnipeg already, tell me things you love about Winnipeg that I haven't already mentioned, okay? And of course, don't also forget to subscribe. If you're still watching and you have not subscribed, now go and click that subscribe button. Yes, go and do what? Go and click that subscribe button. Thank you. And of course, also like it. So another thing that I want to talk about that I love about living in Winnipeg is the inclusive. It is inclusive. It's an inclusive environment. Yes, I think I already talked about it. Even though, should I say it's love and not love? Yeah, I would say it's still love, because if you come here, guys, when it is I think there's this Pride Month where you have the Pride people, the LGBTQA, or the gays, the lesbians, all of them showcasing their, you know, Pride Month. everyone is accepted. Like, I think it's also already part of what I talked about, culture and diversity. You find a little bit of everyone everywhere. Everyone is accepted. Everyone is, you know, invited. Everyone is, you know, you have parties, you are invited. No one is left out, right? I think that's also one thing I love about it. No one is looking at you with a side eye and say, where did that come from? You know, that's just, I just love the fact that it's very inclusive and everyone is accepted. Another thing is that the open space. Yes, if you do already know, I think I already mentioned it when I was talking about Winnipeg. Winnipeg has a very large space. There's space everywhere, and so because of that, you have a lot of lakes. Guys, as a matter of fact, Winnipeg has over 100,000 lakes. Only Winnipeg. Can you beat that? Just around me, if you walk around my house, I will find two. I think, is it about 2 or 3 or 4 lakes? Just if I drive, maybe 5 minutes drive, within 5-7 minutes drive, I will find up to 3-4 lakes. Yes, it is an open space that you have deers walking about, you have animals, you have natural scenery, right? You have a lot of lakes, they have open space, parks for children to play, play area and all of that. So it's a very big space, and then it allows you to enjoy, ride bicycles, people take hikes, you know. It's just someone, if you're someone who loves nature, if you're someone who loves natural, you know, a space in its own natural elements, then Winnipeg is a good place for you to go. You can go fishing. Yes, people go fishing here, people go to the lakes and all of that. So about that, Winnipeg has enough space for them to have, you know, there's a zoo, a very beautiful zoo. There's a whole lot of space, guys. That's how you're able to see. There's a 6-kilometer long skating rings around the Red River. So there's a whole lot. There's a river. Winnipeg is, by the way, between 2 rivers. Is divided by 2 rivers. The Red River, and I think the Assiniboine River or something like that. Yes, my point is that there's a whole lot of right. There's a whole lot of natural habitat or natural elements in Winnipeg. So that's it, guys. Those are the things I love about living in Winnipeg. If you have watched this and you think, those are really good points, then wait till you hear things I do not love about living with Winnipeg, okay? Wait till the next video and you read about that, okay? If you also hear, of course, like I said, don't forget to drop your home point. If there are other things you love about Winnipeg that you think I have not mentioned, please drop in the comment section, okay? I want to read from you. I want to know and see if I agree with you, okay? And of course, watch out for the next one where I talk about those things that I do not love about Winnipeg. You really want to see that video and you will hear what I have to say, okay? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching. Until I see you again another time, I say bye for now.